Welcome back. It is Friday, so a special treat for you. Some more sport that we're going to bring you on the show before we say goodbye. The Arnold Classic Sport and Fitness Extravaganza returns to South Africa for the third time, and it promises to be an even more spectacular expression of the vision of its co-founder, Arnold Schwarzenegger. The worldwide series of events was introduced by Schwarzenegger 30 years ago to promote a healthy lifestyle through sport and nutrition. While bodybuilding and power sports are at the heart of the events, it also includes a number of other competitive sporting codes and encourages new participation to compete in the global arena. To chat a little bit more about that, we've got Arnold Classics Africa organizer, a former bodybuilder himself, Wayne Price, in studio. And then it's a great privilege to have Robert Larimer, who is the president of the Classic Productions International that travels all over the world, bringing the Arnold Classics to the rest of the world. Good morning to the both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you.
Robert, I'm going to start with you. Okay. Third year that we've got the Arnold Classics Africa. Why does Arnold Classics on the continent just make sense?
Well, you know, Arnold's goal was to start this a fitness crusade worldwide, and what he wanted to do is have a you know, an opportunity for one location on a continent, and we picked Wayne Price as our partner, and he's done just a phenomenal job. Again, it's just great expansion, great opportunity for kids and children to participate in sports. So that's the main reason why we're here. So.
And when we speak about participating in sports, as much as it's bodybuilding that's at the core of the Arnold Classics, it really is so many different sporting codes. And sporting codes that usually sit on the fringe of your major ones, that here at the Arnold Classics, they get a time to shine. 58 sporting codes, over 14,000 participating athletes. Has that number grown this year?
It has. Well, that's the exciting part of it, because it's just shown its growth every year. This year we're over 18,000 participants, and 65 sporting codes at the Sandton Convention Centre. But our excitement this year is expansion to our community project, is our youth festival in Alexandria. So at the Altex Stadium we're going to be running a program with an additional 19 sporting codes, and it's going to be run there in conjunction with the Arnolds this weekend.
Wow, so what sporting codes are going to be taking place then at the Altex Stadium in Alex?
So basically it allows us really now to facilitate the team sport. So it's going to be rugby, it's going to be soccer, be volleyball, be netball. We got the baseball 5 is going to be out on there. And then the other exciting thing with the Arnold, as you said rightly, it's all about participation. So it's not just about the sport element. There's so much art and craft in it as well. This year we got the World Championship body painting as well, part of the program.
Okay.
And the other thing is we initiated was the Arnold's Got Talent, and we've been running a national program with the identifying young talent. And so there's really this platform as a sport, but also as in the arts and culture space to come and just to be part of it.
My word, that is absolutely incredible. So basically the Sandton Convention, what's that?
More than you imagined.
Australia's already had their classic for the year, and you travel all around the world, Robert, to actually put together these Arnold Classics. I know it all follows the general same format with the same vision, but what makes South Africa unique and special, and how do we compare to Australia?
Well, it's really unique because, again, what we try and do is have the same concept worldwide, that it's just a sports festival. But what's really unique about the different cultures has different sports, and they have different things that are, indigenous to their own countries. And so, again, you have just, so many new sports down here that we've never had. We've never even heard of a few of them. So, so it's fairly interesting to see, all the opportunities that there are here.
The Arnold Classics, as much as we've spoken about all the other sporting codes, at the heart of it is the bodybuilding. And when it was brought here for the very first time, the bodybuilding community got very excited, Wayne, because it was an opportunity for them to, test themselves and maybe get a platform and an entry to more professional bodybuilding competitions. After 3 years, have you actually seen that? Has bodybuilding and pro bodybuilding on the continent gotten better?
Absolutely. But the thing is, we find it extremely expensive for our athletes and to go overseas and to compete on the international platform. Now with the platform being here, we've been able to expose them to an international. We got over 90 countries competing at the Arnold this year. So it means now they get an opportunity on their on their own home ground. They get an opportunity to compete at this international level, and we have seen the talents come through, because we've seen a lot of our amateurs now advance into the elite pro league, which is fantastic for us. I mean, that's what it's all about. Not just in our, not just in the bodybuilding sector, but even one thing that we're encouraging between all 6 Arnolds on all the continents is to set up like an intercontinental global event where we'll be sending our champions to each other to help them and even increase this exposure platform.
Robert, because you're traveling all over the world, perhaps you can give us an idea of whether South African bodybuilders are now becoming more feared competitors globally.
Very much so, because again, like Wayne was saying, you have much more opportunity for the athletes to be able to compete. And so as they get better in their own sport, and it's not just bodybuilding, but it's in all sports, because what we have the opportunity to do is create series where athletes have the opportunity to turn pros in many sports. And you know, more opportunities for them to compete globally and worldwide as well as here.
Will people get an opportunity to see Arnold, maybe get a signature from him, get a photo from him?
That's the thing. You have to be kind of in the right place at the right time to find Arnold. But he's, you know, when he's there, there's always a massive crowd around him, and when you see that crowd coming towards you, you know he's inside of that. So
I believe that he's going to be doing a seminar or a talk.
He does at each and every one of the Arnolds. He always it's a very popular segment of the Arnolds worldwide, is a seminar where Arnold just has a little bit of a audience participation, and he engages and he's able to just answer those questions everyone always wants to ask him, you know.
How do you get those big muscles? And can you pick me up with one hand? Thank you very much, Wayne, as well as Robert.
Thank you very much for having us.
Enjoy your stay. What's left of it here in South Africa.
Well, thank you very much.
That's Robert Lorimer. He's the president of Classic Productions International, and Wayne Price, who is the organizer of the Arnold Classics Africa, which takes place in Johannesburg, Gauteng this weekend. Time now for us to take a quick break.